If you want to catch them, catch something, bait and wait. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good man. What's up, bro? I've been watching your videos for quite a while, dude.
Oh yeah? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm Mike.
Jacob.
My son Josh.
Nice to meet you.
I watch your videos too.
That's good. Oh, we're gonna see. Try to get us a couple of those thick ones right there.
Yeah, these guys right here have done really well. The water's changed a little bit, but yeah, they did really good right there.
We on already. Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Silverwood, baby! Soon. Woo! What I usually do, first things first, is I take off my fins. Get the fans off, and then you can walk freely. When you got your fans on, it's hard to move. Like, you mess around and trip yourself all the way up. Definitely a bait and wait kind of day. This one's coming home. One for the road. Yep, he got it down there. There's no saving that one. We're gonna keep him, take him home, put him on the grill. All right, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but we moving on to round 2. Got off the water because it got windy out there. Windy and cold. My feet were cold, so we had to abandon the float tube. Put the float tube up. Now we're gonna bait and wait for a second. We're gonna go with a simple Carolina rig. I got a couple on a drop shot set up, so we're just going to repeat that. Might as well get our limit since we're here. We went to Glen Helen the other day. We got one there. We released that one, but today I think we're gonna try to get our limit. Oh, it's cold though. Maybe not, I don't know. When you're gonna bait and wait for trout, one of the keys is to make sure that you have a thin hook. You don't want your hook to be too thick for the bait that you're gonna use. You absolutely want the bait to float. And now we're just gonna cast this out, not far. Cast it right over there in that little cut. Loosen up my drag a little bit, because I'm gonna go to the car. Oh man. Yeah.
You didn't fight that hard. Power bait?
Mice tails.
Oh yeah.
It's a bait and wait kind of day, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my boys, dude. I got one, and I've been jigging all day, and I feel like they're not aggressive in that. It's like almost like you just gotta bait it.
Yeah. If you want to catch them, catch something, bait and wait. I've already got 3 baiting and waiting.
They're not hitting
The jigs.
They're not hitting the jigs at all.
Well,
Probably because the rain's coming out. All day, I'm watching guys that are baiting.
tearing them up.
Obviously, they're not active. What's the depth right here? Like probably 10 feet?
I'm not sure how deep it is. Well, you know what? To be honest, it may be a lot deeper than that because, so you know what the water level usually is like.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
It's high as hell right now. Woo! The wind is going crazy. Wipe off the camera. Well, we're back at the house. I'm gonna be honest with you, mistakes were made and I could have and should have done things differently. So first things first, I had no intentions on baiting and waiting for for trout. One of the first mistakes, I did not check the weather. Didn't check the weather or the wind at Silverwood. I looked up kind of like whatever, like looked up Hesperia. I figured, hey, they're close enough to each other. There's no wind in Hesperia. There won't be any wind at Silverwood. Big mistake. Man, the wind at Silverwood was kicking. But anyway, so what ended up catching me some fish is a drop shot. The only thing I had on there was a split shot and a mouse tail. And that's what was working. But that just worked in the very beginning because as I was kicking out, there was a school of fish right there that they were deep, but they wasn't all that deep. So the thing was, like, my bait wasn't getting low enough. And the thing that I kept having issues with was my freaking fins kept getting tangled up with my line. Me drifting, the current pushing back into me, my line got tangled up with my fins, my line got tangled up with my basket. It was just rough. So not preparing for the wind and underestimating once I got out there. I went out with 2 rods. So as you guys know, I've shown you before, the Cumberland, the reason why I like these float tubes plus any others is, you know, they come with a rod holder. Yeah, but so right here, there's a strap. These straps right here will hold your rod. And basically your rod is secure right there. Now with that, I'm good when the wind isn't bad. Like I can maneuver, you know, once I'm done with that rod, I'm fishing with one and I got the other one tucked away right there. And I could jig, throw whatever, you know, and it's just tucked away right there. But the thing that I will do differently is I got this thing right here. Got an actual rod holder. This is another thing that I'm gonna keep in the car just for on the fly. If I don't wanna pack a whole bunch of stuff, I just wanna throw and go, just wanna pump it up and get out there, a rod holder like this would be nice. So I just know if I had this, the day would have gone better. If I would have had an anchor, the day would have gone better. And if I would have had heavier gear, the day would have gone better. So let me show you what this rod holder looks like on here. Put it wherever you want it to go. Take your rod, slide it in. Bam. Just like that. With the wind spinning me and blowing me, I was like getting blown to the people ashore. I wasn't trying to get close to y'all. My bad. I understand. I was not trying to be close to y'all, but it was. I need to get some more fins, and then these are the fins that I have. I mean, I don't really have a big problem with the fins, but they don't fit the best with the boots that I have. So I was having a hard time with these coming off. And usually, like I said, all these little things is not such a big deal when it's not that windy. But because I didn't anticipate the wind really messed it up. The day that you don't have it is the day that you need it. I usually don't use an anchor, but with those windy conditions, it would have been nice to get out away from people, post up, drop the anchor, and then at least I can slowly work my jig. When you're in the float tube, you're drifting already. So you constantly have to always be kicking. So your legs gonna get tired. Always kicking. It's hard enough when it's a calm day. But when you're constantly kicking, no breaks because you're fighting the wind the entire time, you're gonna run into struggles like I did unless you're like you're physically fit and your legs are just beast mode. The things that I'm planning on bringing next time, just keeping in the car just in case. I'm gonna have some power bait, stuff to set up a Carolina rig, heavier jigs, heavier weights, same size hooks, but to be able to manage the wind. I gotta be prepared for the wind if something like this happens again. Rod holder, power bait, an anchor in the car just in case, and baiting and waiting. Not my favorite thing to do, but sometimes it be like that.